So, let us begin all area of the quant. So, we will discuss most of the question from the time and work and also time and distance, but from other area also we have a question. So, let us begin here. The very first question on the board is this. So, let me see your response. So, I will just open my mobile, just wait a minute and let me see who all are watching. Achha, anyhow. So, let us check here what is the question, and the question is here. The question given here is the man riding a bicycle complete one lap of his square field along with its perimeter. Look at this one. It is saying that the square field along its perimeter of the square field and with a speed of 43.2 kilometer per hour in 1 minute 20 seconds. So, what is the area of the field? I need to find out what is the area of the field. So, it is a easy question, my dear friends. So, I give 30 seconds for you to respond to this. Let me see if some of you are able to answer it. Take your 30 seconds. Yes, SSC, CGL. Come on, answer the question. I am sure some of you will be able to answer the question. Still you have the 7 seconds in your hand. 7 seconds in your hand. Okay. Okay. Fine. So, let's say that if you have answered the question, I notice that Anusha, very good evening madam, very good evening. Okay. How do we answer this question here? So, let me give you some clue here that we already know the speed and the time here. So, speed into time we will be getting what distance, and in case of square the distance is nothing but that is a square, right. So, in case of square, so it is perimeter of the square. So, what is the distance here? The speed is given 42.2 kilometer per hour, whereas the time is 60 second and 20 second, that is 80 second is the time and the speed is 43.2 kilometer per hour. If some of you can answer the question, please answer it. So, what I have to do is convert this speed in meter per second, right my friends. So, if I convert this speed in meter per second, then what comes over here? Let me write down, that is 43.2 into, that is 5 by 18 meter per second, 5 by 18. Is that right? And how much it is taking the time? It is taking 80 seconds. So, multiply this by 80, you will be getting the perimeter, that is 4A. By getting the 4A, I will be getting A, and once I get the A, I will be able to find out the area. Yes friends, do it. And let me see, anyone answer the question? Okay, this is not a difficult question here. What I notice is it getting cancelled? How many times will this get cancelled here? And into 12. Okay. So, I get this part with 18 to 36. Okay. 36 and 7. So, it is 5 over here, and that is 2.5 into 5. Is it not 12.5? Will that be 12? That is 12.5. 43.2 into 5 by 18, and I should get this one. There is a small error in the cancellation here, and what is the cancellation? 18 2 is 36, and I got so this is 4. So, that is 24 into 5, that is 120, decimal is there 12. So, I am getting 12 over here and 12 into 80. So, 12 8 96 960. So, I get that 960 is the perimeter, that is 4A. So, what is A? I will divide this by 4, I will be getting A, which is 240, and you are asked to find out the area of that. So, the area is nothing but A square. So, someone answer the question, someone answer the question here. Is that clear? The speed into kilometer per hour. So, into 5 by 18 I converted into meter per second, which is 12, and into time taken to cover is 1 minute 20 second, which is 80 second. So, that is 12 into 80, 960 is the perimeter, which is 4A. So, dividing by this 4 I am getting A. So, what is the area of this? So, A square. So, find out that 24 square is 576 followed by 2 zeros. So, option choice B. Yes friends, okay. I am moving on to the next question, and the next question on your board, option choice B is there. The next question on your board is this, and it is from boats and stream. So, usually there is some confusion on the boats and stream. So, please look at this question. A boat having a speed of 12 kilometer per hour covering a distance of 36 kilometer, distance is whether the downstream or upstream, that has to be noticed. So, upstream, here 36 kilometer upstream and the distance of 30 kilometer downstream, 36 kilometer upstream and the distance of 30 kilometer downstream in the time taken by to boat to cover the distance upstream and downstream are in the ratio of 2:1. Now, the question is find the speed of the stream, find the speed of the stream. How do we find out the speed of the stream? Do I know the speed of the boat? Do I know the speed of the boat? Yes, the speed of the boat is given 12 kilometer per hour. Now, it is easy to answer the question. How do we answer the question here? Let us take that upstream to downstream, upstream by downstream. Okay. What is the speed of upstream? If I consider that the speed of a stream is y kilometer per hour and the speed of the boat is already given to us as 12 kilometer per hour. So, what will be the speed of upstream? The speed of upstream will be 12 minus y. So, I am just writing over here the speed 12 minus y. What about the speed of downstream? 12 plus y. So, look at this one. How to approach this question? 12 plus y. And once you have taken this 12 plus y, this is the speed, and the speed into time is equal to distance. So, I will multiply this by time, I will multiply this by time, I will be getting the distance, and the distance in case of upstream is 36 kilometer and the downstream is 30 kilometer. So, here what is the time ratio? 2:1. If I consider this as 2x, so let us write down the 2x over here, then the downstream time is 1x, which is equal to, here it is the speed and the time, speed into time is equal to distance. So, here in the first case the distance is 36 kilometer. So, this is 36, let me write down 36 by in upstream 36 and downstream 30. Did you understand this part? So, I need to find out the y value, find out the speed of the downstream, speed of the stream. What I know is the speed of the boat is known to us and the ratio of the time is known to us. So, here 12 minus y is the downstream, upstream, and 12 plus y is the downstream, and the time ratio is given to us as 2:1. I am considering that as 2x is the time and x is the time in this case. So, time into speed is equal to distance ratio. From here onwards you can find out as x gets cancelled, what is y? Can someone answer the question? What is y? It is a beautiful beautiful question. This is the easiest way to respond to this question. Okay. So, shall I give you the time? From here onwards, I am giving 30 seconds to you to respond. You are understanding that upstream speed is 12 minus y, downstream speed is 12 plus y, where 12 is the speed of the boat and y is the speed of the stream, and the speed into time is equal to distance. From here onwards, you can find out the answer, my dear friends. On your mobile, I can see that 5 seconds, 4 seconds, here the time is up. Okay. So, let me solve this question at this point of time. Now, if I cancel this one, notice that with 6 it is getting cancelled. So, what do you get over here? So, you are getting this this part as with 6 times, and with 5 times over 6 5 times over here. Now, with this 2 I can cancel this 6 how many times? 3 times, and as x and x gets cancelled, will I get the y value? I will definitely get the y value. How is that? Look at this one, 12 into 5 and here 3 into 12. In other word, 12 into 5 and 12 into 3. What will be the difference? The difference is 3 and 5, the difference is 2. So, 2 into 12, that is 24 is the difference. So, let us write down this as 24, which is equal to, here the y is in minus and here the y is in plus. So, here 5y and here it is 3y. As it is plus and minus, I need to add up this one. So, that is 3y plus 5y, that is nothing but 8y. So, 24 is equal to 8y. Then what is y? Y is equal to 3. Y is equal to 3. That is your answer. 3 km per hour is the speed of the boat. Do we have any options called 3 km per hour? Yes, option choice B. So, if you did not understand, once again go through the question. It is a very simple explanation or the approach to answer the questions like this. The next question on the board is this. Look at this one, we are on the third question, and what is this question is all about? Here it says, a train A travels at a speed of 55 km per hour cross another train B having 3/2 of the length of 3/2 of its length, crossing another train having 3/2, that means 1.5 times of length. There are two trains, train A, the speed is given 55 km per hour, crossing another train B, and the length of B is 1.5 times the length of A. Now, and travelling in opposite direction, look at this one, opposite direction with a speed of 35 km per hour, and its crosses in how many seconds? 8 seconds. Done. The next one, the train B passes a railway platform in 18 seconds. Find the length of the platform. Find the length of the platform. The train B, this is the train B crossing a railway platform in how many seconds? In 18 seconds. 18 seconds. So, you are asked to find out what is the length of the platform. In order to get the length of the platform, I need to know the speed of B and also the length of B, and I already know the speed of B is 35 km per hour. Look at this one, 35 km per hour. And what is the length of the B? Then only from the total length you can take out the length of B, you will be getting the length of the platform. So, how to get the length of the B? So, let us I have the ratio of the A to B length ratio. The B is 1.5 times of A. Length of B is greater than A. So, what is that ratio we are talking about? That is 3 and 2, 1.5 times of B. So, this is 2x, this is the length 3x. Am I right over here? Okay. Now, they are traveling with a speed of 55 kilometer per hour one train. So, this train speed is given to us as a 55 kilometer per hour, right. And what happens in the second case? It is 35 kilometer per hour, and they are moving in the opposite direction, and how much time it takes to cross each other? 8 seconds. So, that means I am knowing the total distance, that is 5x, and the distance is equal to relative speed into time. So, what is my relative speed over here? So, let me write down that part over here, that is 5x is equal to the relative speed, that is 55 plus 35, which is 90 kilometer per hour, and it has to convert it into meter per second, because it is given the time is given in 8 seconds, it is cross each other in 8 seconds. So, converting the speed in kilometer per second and into 8. So, I will be getting the 5x value, and once I get the 5x value, I can find out the 3x value. That means, I am getting the distance here, right my dear friends. From your here your time starts 30 seconds. I am sure some of you will be able to answer the question. Try this. Shall I find out what is 3x is? Still you have 12 second, 11 second on your screen. 7 only I can see that 4 second delay. Come on. Okay. So, I will conclude this one now. Here I notice that what will be the value of x. So, this gets cancelled how many times? 5 times, 5, 25 into 8, that is 200. Then x is equal to 40, then 3x is equal to 120 kilometer. That part is we are writing in meters, right. So, 120 meters. So, the speed of the train cannot be in kilometer, 120 meters. Done. Now, I need to find out the speed length of the platform. How do I get the length of the platform? Can I find out the entire length from here to here? Yes, because I know the speed and I know the time. Speed into time is the total distance. And what is the total distance? Let us work out over here, that is 35 into 5 by 18. Why should I do this 5 by 18? Because the time is given in second. So, into 18, I will be getting the total length. So, let us find out what is the total length is. Then this gets cancelled, and 35 into 5, 175. So, I am getting over here is 175 is the total length. I know the length of B is 120. Then what is the length of the platform? So, length of the platform will be 175 minus 120. So, here 175 minus 120, and that gives us 55. So, length of the platform is 55 meter. Your option choice is E. Hope you understood this. Let us check the option. Option choice is E. I am moving on to the next question. And the next question over here, this is always a very qualitative question. You need to apply all the concept of time and distance, then only you should know, then only you can know that what is the concept is applied where. Anyhow, please go through the question, and then I am moving on to the next question, and it is here. Okay. What is this question? We are on question number 4. Total 10 questions are there, we will discuss that. The train P starts from Jaipur at 6 a.m. to Jodhpur. At 6 a.m. it started from Jaipur to Jodhpur. Another train Q starts from Jodhpur at 8 a.m. for Jaipur, we understand that there is from Jaipur one train started at 6 a.m. for Jodhpur, from Jodhpur another train Q started at 8 a.m. The distance between Jodhpur and Jaipur is 720 kilometer. Fine. The next is speed of train Q is 60 kilometer per hour. The second train Q, which started from Jodhpur, its speed is 60 kilometer per hour. Train P is 150 meter long, can cross a pole in 5 seconds. By using this information, I can find out the speed of P. The next, find the time at which both the trains will meet. The very first thing I need to do is, what is the speed of train P? It cross 150 meter long, cross a pole in 5 seconds. So, when it cross a pole, the first thing property we are expected to know, crossing a pole or crossing a man, it crosses its own length, and how much time it takes? 150 meter long. Okay, 150 meter long. How much time it takes to cross? It takes to cross 5 seconds. By using these two information, 150 meter is covered in 5 seconds. So, what is the speed of P? The speed of P is 150 by 5, that comes 30 meter per second. That is the speed of P, and the speed of Q is already there to us, 60 kilometer. And we have the 2 points over here, the Jaipur and Jodhpur, and the total distance is given to us as 720, I think, 720. It is started from here at 6 a.m. and another one is started here at 8 a.m. So, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. only the first train runs, that is P, with a speed of 30 meter per second. How much distance it will already cover by 8 a.m.? So, 2 hours, in these 2 hours it will cover 30 meter per second than in 2 minutes or 2 hours. Okay, it is about the 2 hours. So, I need to convert this speed in terms of kilometer per hour. Yes. So, convert this 30 in terms of kilometer per hour. So, what happens this one? That is 30 into 18 by 5, and that you are getting here 18.6, and that 18.6 is 108. So, 108 kilometer per hour. Now, if this case is 108 kilometer per hour, in these 2 hours how much distance it might have covered? 108 kilometer per hour. So, by 8 a.m. how much distance is already covered by P? So, that is 216 kilometer is covered. The remaining distance will be covered with relative speed. What is that remaining distance? That is 720 minus 216, and then you are getting, that is 504 kilometer, and this distance has to covered with a relative speed. How do I get the relative speed? I know the speed of P and the speed of Q is already there. From here your 30 seconds starts. Come on, answer the question. And one answer is there, option E, that is by 10 a.m. I request to check your answer. Up to this, if it is clear, that you left with 504 kilometer only, and this 504 kilometer has to be covered with the relative speed. So, what is that part I need to do over here? Let me change the color of the pen. So, 504, I start over here, 504 divided by, what is my relative speed when they are moving in opposite direction? So, in that case 108 plus 60, 168 kilometer per hour. So, divide this by 168 kilometer per hour, and I notice that here I am getting 3 hours. 3 hours. Now, 3 hours from when? 3 hours from 8 a.m. So, from 8 a.m. if I add 3 hours, then I am getting 11 a.m. So, let me write down that part here. That is this is 8 a.m. plus 3 hours, I get here 11 a.m. Therefore, my option choice is D. What is the answer said here? E. No, the answer is D. Let us move on to the next question, and is here. Option choice is D. Let us move on to the next question, and the question is here. The total 10 questions will be discussed here. A boat covers 120 kilometer downstream in x hours. Downstream in x hours, the distance is given to us, and also covers 180 kilometer upstream in 8x plus 5 hours. So, the time difference is there. So, 180 kilometer covers 5 hours more than 120 kilometer which is covered in downstream. So, the difference of time is there. Keep that in the mind. The next one, if the boat covers 350 kilometer in still water in 14 hours. So, that is by using this 350 and 14 hours, I will be getting the speed of the boat. What is next? Then find the speed of the current. Yes. So, to a certain extent I will write down here what is the boat speed, speed of a boat, and that is nothing but in still water it covers 350 kilometer in how many hours? 14 hours. So, 350 divided by 14, I am getting 25. So, here is it hours? Yes, and kilometer. So, this is 25 kilometer per hour. Now, I know the speed of the boat. What I need to find out? Speed of current, speed of stream. Let us consider that the speed of stream is y. Now, once I get the speed of the stream is y, so here it takes 5 hours more upstream 180 kilometer. So, can I write down this equation over here? That is 180 kilometer divided by what is upstream? The speed of the boat minus speed of stream, that is 25 minus y. This is the time taken for upstream, distance by speed, minus downstream distance is covered 120 kilometer. So, let us write down this 120 divided by what is the speed of downstream? The speed of boat plus speed of current, that is 25 plus 5. So, just write down this one 25 plus 5, and if this is x plus 5, that means the difference of this time is 5 hours. From here onwards your time starts. What you are expected to do here? If you solve this question in this manner, you will be getting a quadratic equation. So, what is the best way to do it? The best way to do it, find out the replacement of y. Find the replacement of y. What should be replaced in the place of y, so that this minus this you are getting y. Try this one. Let me see if some of you can answer the question. What should be the value of y? The time is up. The time is up. Now, notice that I should need 5. If I verify the options which are given to us, let us take that if I consider this y is equal to 10, I need to find out the speed of the current. If I take the 10, so this is 35 and 180 is not divisible by 35, I will eliminate this option. If I consider this as 6, y as 6, so 31, 180 is not dividing 31, eliminate B. Now, I will take 8, so 33, 180 is not dividing 33, so eliminate C. Let us consider that 5, so that is 25 minus 5, I will be getting 20 here, and 25 plus 5, I will be getting 30 here. So, let us see what result comes here. 180 divided by 20 and it comes 9, and here that is 120 divided by 30 and I get 4, and then 9 minus 4 I get 5. So, this is the methods when you are getting the variable in the denominator, and there is a choice where you directly can choose from the option what value of y if replaced the equation is satisfied. So, here I notice my answer is 5 km per hour, option D. Come on my friends, I will be moving on to the next question and it is here. So, let us read it out what the question is, and it seems to be a very good question because it says a man cross a standing platform. To cross a man standing on a platform, a train takes 20 seconds. That means it is said that a train, if a man standing on a platform, to cross this man it takes 20 seconds. That means it's cross its own length in 20 seconds. The next one, here when the same train cross a platform at half its speed, it crosses the platform in 60 seconds. So, let us assume that if I consider this speed as 2s, original speed as 2s, then half of the speed will be s. So, the same train is crossing a platform with half of the speed, then original speed is 2s, half of the speed will be s. And do we have any other things? When the same train crosses a platform half of the speed, it crosses the platform in 60 seconds. Okay? The time taken to crossing this one is 60 seconds. Done. Now, what is the question? Find the ratio of the length of the train to length of platform. Can you think of it? I will give some small clue for this. So, with 2s, with no, not with 2s, with s, if it is taking 60 seconds, then with the original speed, that is with 2s, when the speed is double, that is with the original speed, then what should be the time? Time will become half, inversely varies. When the speed gets double, the time will become half. So, here it takes 30 seconds with the original speed. With the original speed, it takes 20 seconds to cross its own length. With the original speed, its own length plus the length of the platform, it takes 30 seconds. You are asked to find out what is the ratio of the length of train 1 and train 2. So, let us consider the platform, length of the train and length of the platform. This is L1 and this is L2. You are asked to find out the ratio of it. Come on my dear friends, your time starts now. I am sure these questions are very, very healthy questions, not very stereotypic, but the questions which was there in the previous examinations, whether it is a RRB, SSC or any other exams. Try this. I will be waiting for 2 more seconds, and at your end you have 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the time is up. Let me answer this question. So, what you are expected to understand logically here is this. Look at this part. To cross its own length, it takes 20 seconds. Now, when the platform length is added, then it takes a 30 seconds. So, own length 20 seconds and the platform length additional 10 seconds. That is how the total is 30 seconds. And we know that the time ratio is also equal to distance ratio. So, what is the time ratio with the same speed? That is 20:10. In other words, 2:1. If the time ratio is 2:1, the distance ratio or the length ratio should also be 2:1. So, your answer should be here 2:1. That is your answer, my dear friends. Anywhere option is there, I can see option choice D. Fine, my friends. Hope everyone understood this one. I am moving on to the next question, and that is here. Question number 7. What is this question is? Let us check that R is 1.5 times, this is right, 1.5 times as efficient as that of P. There is an efficiency ratio between R and P. Next, Q takes half time to complete to that of R. That means, whatever the time taken by R, Q takes a half of it. So, from here we are getting the ratio of efficiency from R and Q, from R to Q. The next part. Now, if R and P takes that is 5 to 10 and 12, 12 by 5 days to complete half the work. If P and R takes 12 by 5 days to complete half the work, that means total work will be completed 2 times of this, that is 24 by 5 days total work. Okay. Then find the time taken by R and Q together to complete the whole work. It is a very good question picked up. Let me give you the clue. Here there is R and P and Q. Let me take that this R and P and Q. In the first case, we have the efficiency ratio. It is said that R is 1.5 times as efficient as P. That means, R efficiency to P efficiency is 3:2. So, let us take this ratio, that is 3:2. Done. One more thing is there here, the Q takes half time as compared to R. Q takes half time as compared to R. If he takes half the time, that means he is double efficient. So, therefore, the efficiency of R is 3, then the efficiency of Q will be 6. So, that way we have the efficiency ratio of R, P and Q. Next, it is given to us that R and P takes how many days? That is 24 by 5 days to complete one work. Then to complete the same work, R and Q together take how many days? How much is the work? So, let us take that. You can approach in 2 ways. One is right hand side and left hand side equation, or you can find out the work. How do I get the work? The work I can get is here the efficiency of R and P. So, this is R and P. How much efficiency? 5 efficiency. How many days it takes to complete the work? That is 24 by 5, a complete work. So, that is into 24 by 5. This will give us the total work. And what is the total work? The total work is 24 units. Hope you are understanding. And this 24 units will be completed by this 24 units has to be completed by whom? By R and Q together. How much time will it take? Your 30 seconds starts now. Come on my friends, some of you will be able to answer the question. I almost completed the question. Efficiency ratio is there. By reading this, I am getting the efficiency ratio. I know the total work because this is R and P together complete the work in 24 by 5 days. What is their efficiency? R and P. R and P, when the efficiency is 5, the number of days is 24 by 5, right. So, you can also write down the same thing in this way. When the efficiency is 5, the number of days is 24 by 5. In how many days R and Q together can complete the work? 3 plus 6, 9. When the efficiency is 9, how many days will it take? That also get the same answer. So, here this 24 has to be divided by 9. Did you notice that with 3 this gets cancelled 8 times and 3 times. So, I am getting here it is 8 and here it is 3. So, 2 times and I left with a 2 by 3 days it will take to complete the work. Option choice C. So, let us see that yes, option choice is C. Yes friends, hope you are understanding these questions. 3 more questions are left. We are on the next question, question number 8. Let us read it out and then we will see how to approach this question. The average cost price of all product in a mobile shop is X rupee. So, look at this one, you need to fill in the blank. If the cost of mobile and the smartwatch is increased by rupees 550 and rupees 290 respectively, then the average is become rupees 70 more. It is a beautiful question and many a time the questions like this was there in the exam. Then total number of products in all total number of products in a mobile shop is. I will give you some hints how to answer this question. Look at this one. I will first take that average. We have some average I need to find out. What is that? The average price, that is X. I need to pick up, verify these values, and here this is a number, total number of products in mobile shop. So, here it is number. Okay. What I already know here, this is increased by, the smartwatch is increased by 550. But before that I need to check over here the first one. What if average is 750 and the number is 12, the total number is 12. I am verifying option A. So, let us check that the option A. What happens if the average is 750, what will and the total number is 12, then it should be 750 into 12 should be the total price, total cost, and the cost is increased by 550 and 290. What is the sum of 550 and 290? That comes 840. So, plus 840. When I divide this by the total number of product 12, then the question is said the average becomes 70 more. What is the present average over here? The present average is 750 and 70 more, 750 plus 70, that comes 750 plus 70, 820. So, it should give us 820, that means A satisfies if the left hand side is equal to right hand side. Let us check whether it is possible or not. Now, here I notice that the product of this is 9,000 plus 840, that is 9,840. If 9,840 is divided by 12, if I get 820, that means 1 satisfies, A satisfies. So, let us go with that 12, 8, 96, I left with 96, 2 and 12 to 24. Yes. So, I notice that this is satisfying, the A satisfies, A could be the value, but we have the B and we have the C also. I have the answer A only, I have the answer A and B, I have the answer A and C, and I also have the answer A, B and C. So, I need to check B. Let us check B over here, and in the B the average is 510 and the total number of product is 7. So, I am taking over here the average is 510 and the total number of products are 7. Will this satisfy? What will be the total value? 510 into 7, 510 into 7, this is the total value of the product, plus the value is increased by 550 and 290, that means it is increased by 840. So, increase this by 840 and then divide by total number of product. In this case the total number of product are 7. So, divide this one and see that if you are getting 70 more than the average. So, 510 plus 70, it should be 580. Is it satisfying or not? Let us check over here. So, I notice that this product is how much? 3570, 3570, and here 840. When I add up both, I will be getting 4,410 after adding these two. If 4,410 divided by 7, if I am getting 580, then this also satisfies. Let us check that with 7, 7, 6, 42, 6. The first digit itself is wrong. So, therefore, it is not satisfying. So, B can't be my part of the answer, but A and C is also there. Somewhere I have seen A and C is also there. So, I need to check the C too. Let us check the C over here, and here 510 and 7. I think I check the C here, I check the C here. Okay, it does not matter, C not applied. Now, I am going to verify B. So, let us check, we have A and B combination, yes, only A and B. So, I need to check the B also, and in B it says 1200 and 8. So, the average is 1200, 1200. So, this is we are verifying B, and the number of product is 8. Okay. Let us check this one. How do I check this? 1200 into 8, that gives us the total 1200 into 8 and plus the increased value, that is 550 plus 290, that comes 840, and that should be divided by how many products are there? 8 product, divide by 8, and I should get an increase of 70. The average is 70 more. So, that is 1200 plus 70, that comes 1270. Am I getting that 1270 or not? I need to verify it. Okay. The questions like this are little lengthier. So, you have to decide in the exam whether you have a time to answer the questions like this or not. Now, let us move on here. 12 8 is 96, I get that 9600, and when I add up 840, I will be getting this as 10,440. Done. And if I divide this 10,440 by 8, I should get 1270. Let us check that 818 I left with 2 and 83 is 24. I have 2, that means it is not satisfying. So, B is not satisfying, C is not satisfying, therefore, only A satisfies. Your option choice is A. I did not give the time for you in this particular question, because I do not know how many of you may be comfortable to answer this question. Consider this as a learning question. Right, my dear friend. I am moving on to the next one. I just take some side so that you can take the screenshot. Okay. Now, let us move on to the next question. We are on the 9th question, last but one. What is there in this question? Here, the average weight of 40 students in a class is 15 kg. I have the number of students, I have their average. The number of girls in the class is 40% less than the number of boys in the class. So, here I would like to write down this factor, boys and girls. The number of girls is 40% less than boys. That means, if the boys is 100, the girls is 60. So, what is the ratio of boys to girls? That is 5:3. This is the ratio of boys to girls. Okay. Now, the average weight of girls in the class is 12 kg. So, we have this information. For girls, the average weight is 12 kg. Find the difference between the average weight of boys to that of girls. I do not know what is the average weight of boys, but what I know is here the entire number of students average is 15. This overall average I know. How should I find out the value of x? And once I get the average of boys, I need to find out the difference between the average of boys and average of girls. Come on, my dear friends, from here your 30 seconds starts. Try to answer the question. If you get the answer, it is fine, or else you will be learning how to answer the questions like this. I will wait for the time to be over. 5, 4 seconds, 2, 1 and time up. Okay. Let me explain you how to answer this question here. We know this part, this is 15 is the overall average. So, what I do, we have if you have attended our regular classes or the banking course or the RRB or SSC recorded courses, then you must have exposed how to answer this question. This 15 is equal to, overall average is equal to, that is the number of boys, that is 5:3, boys to girl, 5 into x, that is 5x, plus that 3 into 12, that is 36, divided by, that is 5 plus 3, that comes 8. This equation will give you the answer. Once you solve this, after that there is only one question is there. Okay friends. So, I am solving this one here. I notice that this is 120. 120 is equal to 5x plus 36. So, what is 5x is equal to? 5x is equal to 84 and x is equal to 84 divided by 5, and that comes 16.8. Therefore, what is the average of the boys? The average of the boys is 16.8. Do we have anywhere option? No, I need to find out the difference between these two average. So, what is the difference between 16.8 and 12? The difference is 4.8. So, my required value is 4.8. Do we have anywhere option? Yes, I notice that option choice B. Hope my dear friends it is clear to everyone. I am moving on to the last question of this video, and here is this. What is this question? 6 marks are awarded for right answer and 3 marks are penalty for wrong answer. Very frequently asked question in entire competitive exams. Then Prabhas scored 120. If he attempted, how many questions he attempted? 50 questions. Find the number of correct attempt in the question. Fine. So, what should be the approach here? He attempted 50 questions, out of which I need to find out how many questions attempted correctly. Let us assume that x number of questions have attempted correctly, and he gets how many marks in each question? 6 marks, and the remaining question are wrong. What is that remaining question? That is 50 minus x. So, 50 minus x number of questions are wrong, and for wrong what is the penalty? 3 marks is the penalty. Here is the penalty. From his score, if I take out the penalty, then I will get the total marks, and that marks is 120. So, let us take out this part, that is 6x minus 3 into 50, that is 150, minus into minus become plus. So, that is 3x, which is equal to 120. By solving this, you will be able to get the answer. I am sure of it. Anyone answering the question, I cannot see this part, it is okay. Then I will complete this because it is a last question. So, I notice that this 6x and 3x, I am getting 9x over here, and the 9x is equal to, this number goes the other side, 270. So, 9x is equal to 270, then what is x? X is equal to 30, and what is x here? The number of questions attempt correctly. So, my answer should be 30. Anywhere 30 is there, that is option choice A. So, let us check that what is the question? The number of questions answer correctly. So, it is not B, it should be A. Yes friends, lot of the quality questions we have discussed in this video. So, with this, thank you very much to all of you, and wish you all the best to all of you.